Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into another edition of Talking Fitchburg. I am Andrew Bamlett. It is a Monday, the 4th of November. Hopefully, I almost said not the right month because it's a new month. Nope, I haven't said, we're getting in the snow season, and we showed that this morning on FM. We got a little bit of flurries coming Tuesday night into Wednesday, so we'll talk more about that in the PM. I didn't put it in this show. I don't want to talk about it now. So we're not going to talk about it. We are going to talk about, though, in headlines, we're going to go back and look at weekend events that happened this past weekend and some things coming up this week and into next week. So stay tuned for all of those. Then, of course, it is Monday, so it is your Verona Road construction update. And not too much is happening, but we're getting close to the end. So not a whole lot of changes, I should say. Lots of's happening, but not a whole lot of changes to your route and commute quite yet. And then also we're going to take another step back to the weekend in the guest segment and take a little snippet out of the Fitchburg Historical Society annual fall meeting. And they're talking about the right to winning the rights for women is 100 years, the women's suffrage, and that was 100 years anniversary this year. So that was their speaker, and we'll take a little snippet from that today. And of course, the end of the show where we tell you what's coming up tonight and on the Com and the Gov channel. And you got some live meetings, so be ready for those. All right, first though, we're going to start with, we're out at the Stuffa Squad event that took place over the weekend at our local Hy-Vee store and Pick and Save. And according to what I have so far for information, I don't have a weight yet. Hopefully I'll have that for PM. They had 2 trunks full, so both squads were filled up and taken over to the Allied Food Pantry. That's where the police department always takes their donations that they receive. And also, so if you missed this event, don't worry. There's still our citywide donation event going on all fall long. So you can see the graphic here in just a second of the canned food drive, which started on the 1st, goes through the 6th of December. Usually it's a nice city-friendly challenge, but we're inviting the public to help out as well. So most needed items you can see on the bottom there. And we will take all of that over, all of the donations on December 6th. We'll take all the donations over to the food pantry and drop off a lot of food. I remember last year when we did this, it was a lot of food. So hopefully we do just as well as we did last year, if not better. Always got to strive for better, right, folks? All right, now we're going to go to another event that went on, actually 3 events right here at the city. There was a recycling center, recycling day essentially here for your meds, your papers, and your electronics. So we're going to head out to that event now.
So my name is Nate Iwanowski. I'm the Resource Conservation Commission Chair. We're here today, Saturday, I don't even know what day, November 2nd, out here at the City Hall in Fitchburg, holding our biannual electronics recycling and paper shredding and med drop event, where residents can come between, I think it's 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock to drop off their old medicines, their paper for recycling and shredding if you have any other confidential papers. And then you can also drop off all your old electronics to be properly recycled, and some of the things like your TVs and your printers and other broken things that you might have, you can come here and properly recycle them. We're happy to have Pelletieri out here. They've been our great waste provider for the past several years, and now we just rehired them again for our waste provider. So we got Pelletieri here with the shred trucks. We have, I forgot the company downstairs. I think it's E-Cycle down at the other end. They're doing the electronics, and then the med drop is handled by the police department. I couldn't tell you, specific numbers, but compared to today, there's been a lot more. I think these guys, the Pelletieri was saying how they've seen days of, say, 16 tons, 32,000 pounds. I think today, they said that we might only do about two tons, so 4,000 pounds of paper today. Favorite part, I think it's just about kind of getting the community together, getting everybody to think about recycling, think about, reusing some of their things, really getting out, seeing all the other residents doing it. It feels good. It feels good to help here, kind of direct people, and really be one with the community. The city's website, not only does they, do they have links to the Pelletari's website, do they have a nice waste pickup calendar that's very helpful to see when your brush pickup, your trash, your recycling, all that stuff can be picked up. There's other resources just based on recycling of where to take, what type of item, right? Where do you take your old printer cartridge? Where do you take, your old TV, and how much do I might have to pay for? Where do you take your batteries? What type of batteries? So yeah, check out the website. It has loads of information, or just feel free to contact, one of us from the Resource Conservation Commission. We can always help you out too.
Well, it looks like some people definitely came out. It looks like a lot of old TVs there, the CRT TVs. Like, holy cow, that's a lot of box TVs. I didn't know. I'm expecting more of those flat screens these days. And look at all those TVs on that pallet being wrapped up. Like, holy cow. So it looks like you all came out and took full advantage of this. It was a little chilly that day, but hopefully you got rid of it until the next one, which I believe is in the spring, will be the next one. So start collecting those things right again and can recycle again in 4 months or so. All right, next we're going to move to the public hearing on the council proposed amendments of 2020 operating budget. So that's a meeting coming up here in November 12th at 7:30. As the Common Council will hold a public hearing at the Fitchburg City Hall regarding the council proposed amendments of the 2020 operating budget. And if you're interested to see said budget, you can go to our website there, fitchburgwi.gov, and find it right off the home page pretty easily. I could talk, it's okay, and be able to see that, no problems. All right, next we're going to talk about the Fitchburg Police Department Community Conversation event that's happening on the 6th at 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at Leopold Elementary from 2602 Post Road. They'll be reviewing department statistics, learn some crime prevention tips, ask your questions, and share your concerns. So please be sure to come out there. Chief Chad Brecklin and the Fitchburg Police Department, elected officials, and of course your neighbors will all be out there. So come on out for that if you are interested this Wednesday. All right, also coming up next week, there's going to be a local forum that examines the Electoral College. And that'll be next week on the 5th of, I'm way off. Tomorrow night, not next week, tomorrow night, 7 to 8:30 at the Oak Hall in the Community Center. The primary goal of this program is to provide facts and then allow attendees to determine for themselves how they feel about Electoral College use in selecting the United States President every 4 years. Some have suggested changes to the process, while others promote no modifications. So there's a couple speakers and a moderator as well for this. So they'll be there. So there'll be kind of a debate in the beginning, but then also a panel after the debate of the same people that you'll be able to ask questions of from the public. The public will ask them questions. So if you're interested, come on down. Again, that is tomorrow night, not next week. Like I'm a week behind. Tomorrow night, right here in the community center. All right, also coming up on the 29th of November is the Old Fashioned Holiday Art Market. That sounds like a lot of fun. It's Yahara Bay Distillers at 6250 Nesbitt Road in Fitchburg. Get your holiday shopping done early at the Yahara Bay Old Fashioned Art Market, featuring local artisans' creations for a treasure of a holiday shopping experience. And visit our art gallery and view works by Goldie Bennett, all on Friday, November 29th from 11 to 8, and November 30th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So pretty much 2 all-day events there. Come on down and have a good time for that. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have your Verona Road construction update. But as we go to break, though, we'll take a look at this week's upcoming meetings. You just hit next.